price elasticity of demand. See, we have already read about law of demand in the demand chapter. Law of demand. Do you know what it is? Law of demand?
Ma'am, could you please repeat?
Yeah, I'm saying, am I clear? Is my audio clear?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, there was some network issue at my end.
Okay, fine. So you must have read about law of demand. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is law of demand? Tell me.
Law of demand states that if the price of a particular commodity increases, the demand for that particular commodity would decrease.
Not demand, quantity demanded. There is a
Quantity.
difference between demand and quantity demanded. Technical difference, which we'll see. For now, just remember that it is quantity demanded. Fine. So it says keeping all other factors constant. If you keep all other factors, what are these factors? There can be so many things that affect your demand. It can be your income, it can be your taste and preferences, it can be the season and weather. So your demand depends upon so many things. Yes or no? Not just on price, but so many things. Price, yes, is the main factor that it depends upon. Yes, so keeping all other factors constant, all other things that affect demand constant, factors constant, if the price of the commodity increases, the quantity demanded decreases. Not demand, what? Quantity demanded. The quantity demanded decreases, and if price of the commodity decreases, the quantity demanded increases. Yes or no? The quantity demanded increases. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, this is just a qualitative statement, isn't it? It is not telling you the magnitude. It is not depicting what the change in quantity demanded would be. Let's say price is falling by 10%. It is only giving you a direction that if price increases, the quantity demanded decreases, and if price decreases, the quantity demanded increases. It is only giving you a qualitative analysis, not a quantitative one. So this is law of demand is a qualitative concept, qualitative concept, theoretical concept. But price elasticity of demand is something that would give you the quantity of change in one variable when the other variable is changing. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what do you mean by elasticity? Elasticity, something being elastic means something being responsive. For example, okay, are you comfortable with both Hindi and English?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is elasticity? Tell me. किसी चीज में कितना degree of responsiveness है, that is elasticity. For example, if you're stretching a cloth, how much is it stretching? Is its elasticity. वो कितना उस respond कर रहा है, that is its elasticity. For example, we call some clothes to be elastic, some clothes to be non-elastic. Because some clothes, if we stretch them, some clothes do stretch, but some clothes don't. So the ones that don't stretch, when we stretch them, when we try to stretch them, they are inelastic. And those that stretch, they are elastic. So basically, elasticity is the stretchability, or we can say it is the responsiveness, degree of responsiveness in one variable when some other variable is changing. How much, by what magnitude is this variable changing? If this variable is changing, that is your elasticity. Now, uh, variable A, let's say, affects variable B, is related to variable B. That means if you change variable A, variable B changes too. Variable B changes too. This is a relationship. We don't know what the direction is. It may happen that if A is changing, if A is increasing, B may increase. If A is increasing, B may decrease. So both the cases are possible. Both the cases are possible, but here we are concerned about the change, not the direction. Direction, qualitative statement is already given us. That is the law of demand. Here what we are looking at is, if variable A is changing, then what will be the degree of change in variable B due to change in variable A? That is the elasticity of variable B. Then if I say elasticity of demand, what is elasticity of demand? Yes.
For what do we mean by the part variables? Like what factor?
Yeah. Okay. Factor means anything that affects something.
Ma'am, I'm
Factor
asking
affecting.
which particular factor have you taken into consideration here?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you. In elasticity, the variables are unknown. We don't know what variable is changing which variable. The variable is unknown in case of elasticity. But when I'm saying elasticity of demand, one variable is still unknown, but one variable is clear. Elasticity of demand means one variable is still unknown. We don't know what this variable is. Variable A is still unknown, but variable B is known. Variable B is known. What is variable B here? Demand. Demand. Or let's say quantity demanded. Quantity demand. One, in the first case, when we are saying elasticity, none of the variable is known to us. So we are saying effect of change in this on this variable. When we are saying elasticity of demand, out of these two variables, one variable is known. So change in something and its impact on demand, quantity demanded. Okay. And third is price elasticity of demand. When we use this term, price elasticity of demand, tell me how many variables are known this time?
One,
Both. Both.
ma'am, only the
Price.
price.
No. See, we should know what we have to know is what are the two variables, what is getting changed, and what is the reason behind its change. So price is the reason, that is also known. Quantity demanded is the variable that is being changed. So that is also known. Both the variables in this case are known to us. So price and quantity demanded are the two variables. So variable A here is price. Variable A here is the price. So price is changing and variable B is the quantity demanded. Variable B is the quantity demanded. Yes or no? Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, this part is a little unclear. Could you explain this again?
Yes. See, beta one is elasticity. Elasticity. When we say something is elastic, we say it is responsive. It is responding. Okay. It is responsive. It is responding. So variable one, let's say, take anything. Take it to be, uh, let's say cost. Cost is changing, or let's say, let me take a more clear example. There are two variables, let's say variable 1 and variable 2, variable A and variable B. Variable A and variable B. There are two variables. Variable A, for example, is number of number of study hours. Number of study hours. Variable B, for example, is the score. Let's say they are related. Okay, there's a relationship between number of study hours you put in and the score you get. They are related. So if this one variable changes, by how much value will this second variable change? Will be the elasticity of the second variable. Is it clear now? So one variable is number of study hours, the second variable is score. As you increase or decrease your number of study hours, your score changes. But by how much value, by what magnitude is the score changing when, let's say, you increase your study hours by 1 hour per day? That will be the elasticity of score. Are you getting my point?
Here, you are saying that if the number of study hours is more, the score would be better.
No, I don't know what the relationship is. I'm saying if they are related, they are changing. Let's say there is a positive relation. Let's say the number of study hours, if increase, let's say the score increases. Okay. In this case, if number of study hours increase and the score increases, This is a qualitative statement. But what is quantitative in this is by how much magnitude will the score increase if your number of study hours increase, let's say by 1 hour per day. That would be the elasticity of your score.
But it, how does it have it? Ma'am, here it is an obvious condition that the score would increase only if the number of study hours
Not
increases.
necessary. Not necessary. See, here I'm not concerned with the direction, though it's not necessary. For example, if you study, let's say 18 hours per day, or let's say 20 hours per day, and then if you reduce your study hours by 1 day, one hour, and let's say if you sleep for that 1 hour, don't you think your rest of the 18 hours would be more productive? So it may decrease also. I'm not getting into the relationship, whether there is an inverse relationship or there is a direct relationship. For now, I'm not getting into the relationship. What I'm telling you is by how much value will the second one change if the first one changes. That's what I'm concerned with here. Because elasticity gives you the value, the quantity, not the quality. Law of demand gave you, for example, the relationship between price and quantity, that if price rises, the quantity demanded falls. If price falls, the quantity demanded rises. It was a qualitative statement. Here, it's a quantitative statement. It's more quantitative in its nature. It gives you the magnitude of change. You already know what the relationship is. Now, elasticity, when we say only elasticity, now it's not a very specific term. It's a general term. So elasticity can have any two variables that you are studying the relationship between. They can be any two variables. But when I say, instead of saying elasticity, if I say this term, elasticity of demand, let's say, elasticity of demand. Here, one variable is clearly specified. Other variable can be anything. One variable is demand. So it can be by how much units will the quantity demanded change if the income increases. By how much units will the quantity demanded, or by what percentage will the quantity demanded change if, let's say, the taste and preferences change. By what percentage will the quantity demanded change, let's say, if the season changes. So one variable is known to us. In the second case, the other variable is not known to us. In the first one, we did not know either of the variables. Clear? Anya, am I clear?
Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible now. Okay, so these are the two things. Have you understood both the concepts?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now comes the price elasticity of demand. The price elasticity of demand. The price. In this case, both the variables are given. One variable is price and the other variable is quantity demanded. The other variable is quantity demanded. One is price, other is quantity demanded. It says by how many units or by what percentage will the quantity demanded change if the price changes. So here both the variables are clear. You can't take any variable by your own whims and fancies. No, you can only take these two variables and see their quantitative relationship. In the second case, you had only one variable given and the other variable could be anything. In the first case, it was a very general vague term. The two variables could be anything. Is this point clear, Anya?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Now we would enter into the numerical part. Earlier, you used to have three methods. One was percentage method, The second was expenditure method or total outlay method. Expenditure or total outlay method. And the third one was geometric method or arc method. arc method. But now this and this is not in course. You only have percentage method. Okay, so write down the first table.
Expenditure method is there in the course. We had got it in our midterms.
Oh, they have given it. Then fine, we'll
Yes,
do
it was
it
a
then.
4-marker numerical.
Okay, then we'll do it. We'll do it. CBSE has deleted it from the syllabus bar. But in 11th class,
partially following CBSE and partially following what they want.
okay, fine. Anyways, we'll do that. So first is percentage method. Percentage method. So the percentage method says price elasticity of demand is the percentage change in quantity demanded with respect to the percentage change in price. The percentage change in quantity demanded with respect to percentage change in price. So in the numerator part, there'll be percentage change in quantity demanded, and in the denominator part, percentage change in price, but we'll come to that. First of all, a basic mathematical concept. How do you calculate percentage change in something? How do you calculate percentage change in something? Let's say you scored 90 last time. This time, let's say you scored 95. What is the change? This is the base number. This is the base score. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the new score. What is the change? Tell me.
5.
Change is 5. That too positive 5. This is the change. How have you calculated the change?
Change minus the base change.
New minus base. New value minus base value. Change is also represented in economics by this Greek alphabet delta. Okay, delta. Delta means change. This is delta. Delta means change. Percentage change would be percentage change. Let's say you scored this time. Change is +5. Percentage change is equal to the change divided by the base.
Ma'am, are you speaking something? Because I guess you're not audible.
No. I just wanted you to write all of this.
Yes, ma'am, I have written.
You have written all of it. Fine. So this is the this is how you calculate the percentage change. Now, fine. For example, let's say the old quantity, these are the quantity demanded. This is the price of the commodity in rupees, and this is the quantity demanded in units. Quantity demanded in units. Quantity demanded in units. What is the price? Let's say it has increased from 10 to 15 per unit, and quantity demanded, let's say, has decreased from 100 to, let's say, 80. Because when price increases, the quantity demanded decreases. One will always be decreasing if the other is increasing. Inverse relationship. The percentage method says, okay, if this is P, the old price, and if this is Q, this is P1, the new price. This is Q, the old quantity, and this is new Q, the new quantity. Change, that is 5 plus 5 plus 5. This is change in P, delta P. Change in this, that is minus 20. This is delta Q. Okay, this is delta Q. Now, don't look at the numbers for now. Just look at the data P, Q, P1, Q1. Not the numerical data, just P, Q, P1, Q1, delta P, delta Q. Now you need to calculate the elasticity. Let's derive the formula. See, you can represent elasticity of demand by ED or small ed or E superscript D or E superscript D, EP, EP, any way you want. You can write. Let's say, let me take ED to be this. Elasticity is the ratio between the percentage change in quantity demanded, the percentage change in quantity demanded, quantity demanded by percentage change in price, by percentage change in price.
Now, this is the
Percentage,
percentage formula right now which we're doing.
yes, yes, percentage formula with a negative sign. Why a negative sign? Because if one, either the numerator or the denominator, if one is positive, the other will always be negative. So the fraction value will always come out to be a negative value. So ED will be percentage change in quantity demanded by percentage change in price with a negative symbol. Now, we know how to calculate the percentage change in something. How do we calculate? Change by base multiply by 100, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes. So in the numerator, instead of this, can I simply write change in Q by Q multiply by 100?
yes,
This is the change, this is the base, this is multiply by 100. The way you calculate the percentage. And instead of percentage change in price, can I just write simply change in P by P multiply by 100?
yes,
So the formula will become ED equals to minus change in Q by Q multiply by 100 whole divided by change in P by P multiply by 100. ED will be change in Q by Q multiply by P by change in P. Basically, when you divide two fractions, instead of dividing this fraction by this, you can multiply this fraction with the reciprocal of this. Yes or no?
yes,
पढ़ा था ना हमने बचपन में 2/3 डिवाइडेड बाय 1/2. इसको हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं 2/3 मल्टीप्लाई बाय what was it, if it was 1/2, 2/1. Yeah, so this is what you'll get. Just for the sake of simplicity, you can write it this way: minus of change in Q by change in P multiply by P by Q. This is the formula. This is nothing but the simplified version of the percentage method. Original percentage method was this. This is a simplified version. So we call this to be the proportionate method. This is the proportionate method. This is the proportionate method. Is this point clear?
yes, ma'am.
This is the proportionate method. Just copy this very quickly too. Now, if I talk about the formulas, if I write them in one place, you'll get ED equals to percentage method says percentage change in quantity demanded, percentage change in quantity demanded, and the proportionate method says basically it is nothing but the simplified version of the percentage method only. It says this is how you would calculate the elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand will always be with a negative symbol. You know what does this negative symbol depict? It depicts that there exists an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. If one increases, if one has a positive change, other will have a negative change, making the whole fraction go negative. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
These are the two methods, and within these two methods, there will be 10 types of questions. So I've divided the, they can't ask beyond 10 types. I've divided the types of questions within this domain as 10 types. 10 types. For example, case one, where change in percentage of both are given. Second case is where the new price, old price, new price, old price, new quantity, old quantity is given. Another type is when total expenditure is given, but you don't have to calculate it using expenditure. Calculate if you have to calculate it using percentage. But if total expenditure is given, then how do we calculate? If elasticity is given to us already, and if something else is asked, then how to calculate? If two good cases given, then how to calculate? So in total, there are 10 types of questions within this. Within this, fine.
Yes, ma'am.